the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Vols will kick it away to start us off. Signal goes into the air, and he makes the fair catch at the 10. For this one, the booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Still running at the 40. Running toward the tape. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right.
And the ball's loose. They recovered their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. To the ground. He's got it again. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. first down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
It's so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer. Get a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollock.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
Quick completion on the out. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
No. You didn't watch this play. You didn't watch me start to play the other day, dude. Because I'm a few times.
Looking to move it through the air. And the pass
What is he doing?
picked off. Looking for more room.
Man, that's crazy.
He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
You weren't out there, you didn't throw the ball.
Pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point makes it 14-0.
That makes the score Georgia 14, Tennessee 0.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.
Everybody kicks off the same. Straight to the corner, 1 yard behind them, goal.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen...
He's elite. So he's close. Man, get out my roster, man.
But you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that
It ain't gonna
play or
change how
that
you
scheme
play.
that you can use against this defense.
Haven't played any different any of these quarterbacks.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down.
Get the ball.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
Dude, the
And
ball
he
is
was
up.
hit just
I'm
as he
trying to
released
figure
it,
out
and
how
it
you
falls to
still
the turf.
effective the growth.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is
How you really
dominating. Just
effective?
look what they did the last time they took the field.
No, I'm not
And
talking
look what
about
they're
the
doing
receiver.
early in this game. They've got dudes
I'm not talking about
flying
the
around
receiver.
making
I'm talking
plays.
about
They
the
are
growth.
tough.
I saw your defender
And
run.
he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That
Watch
is
my
mano
belly
a
screen.
mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, still can't stop it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The option look.
Man, all right.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any
What do
extra
you got?
yards. Great tackle there.
That late ass
The
kick.
biggest
You want
lie
something to come
college
out of
football
that?
coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because
you hit
it's
L1.
bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Give to the running back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys.
You expect to win every time?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff to the single back. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Fires to the wideout.
Yeah.
Picked
Go
off.
to the open guy.
He can be dangerous with the ball in his
didn't
hands,
have to
but
do
no
all
room
this.
to return that pick, and they'll go on offense
He
from the
was
21.
covered.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Line gets set, first down. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Catch a pick. How you catch a pick and then be out for the game? That's crazy.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 14, Tennessee 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when
I'm so
you've
glad
got
that he's trying to do
quarterbacks
something
who
about
make
that
good
shit.
decisions. You know, in a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself.
No,
Make the
everything
right
out
decision
place.
to
The
keep
past
it.
3 games
Not
that they
panic.
started,
You
he's
get
got
you
to
a
finish
fresh
every
effort.
time he's coming.
They
They're not
really
everything.
performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll
Couple
build your
PIs, a
confidence as we
couple,
continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented.
And he's running in the open.
And they don't block him.
Lots
2
of
guys
green
right there.
grass as he gets it to the 31.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll throw it on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Vols come to the line in the hurry-up.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
This is a 3rd and long.
They're not pushing their guys on the edge for some reason.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to let it go. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll immediately call timeout.
You don't want to listen. Well, late flag
This
is
first
all I
half of
know.
offense
I
won't
can
go
tell
on
you.
the highlight
You
reel
doing
so
it,
far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. 2nd down coming up. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown ball.
Hey, man.
Yeah, and you look for the
So
big fellas down here in the red zone. You want to run the football, you want to be physical, and then you play action, and you got the big target, throw it up to him. He does the rest with the soft hands and getting the touchdown.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And
Go
for a
back
quick
to-
update, let's go to Kevin
go
Connors
back
in
to
the
check it.
studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Toledo is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display.
He's still in play.
They're up 14 over Northern Illinois. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives,
Well,
especially.
Nothing but green ahead. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Talking about
He
getting
now
caught
has
and you got that bitch out
111
there.
yards on
Like,
the
come
ground,
on.
and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance.
I
That's
don't
how
care
you lead
what
the
he
nation
is,
in
man.
rushing.
My linebacker's 93 overall.
They
He missed
made
the
the
tap.
defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
It's hard to
Quarterback
have
ain't gonna
success
last.
on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
One thing you can't do is damn option play you pitch it late.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass.
That is not the play I call.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
The Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
It's so hard to play QB. You got all these bullets flying at you, people coming at you, and you got to know where they're running a route. Oh, and I got to get my feet perfectly set and try to make throws. So I think you can't be great at quarterback unless you get the first part secure first, and that's your feet. Get those feet nice and quiet before you throw the football.
Here's the handoff. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run the option. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
Tennessee.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Same thing in by bringing it out right behind the goal line. I would have got tackled in the same spot.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. He wants to throw. Gonna let it fly. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore.
They got the
jumped on his chance
defense
to make a play.
where they get a boost.
Two interceptions already.
Receivers
That's
just
3,
run
4,
to the
5,
same
6
speed.
games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football game.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now?
You got all that
They can
defense,
create some momentum on their side.
and all you
by
want to
getting
do
a
is
stop
get the
before
ball as wide as you can, as quick as you can, and they slow as shit.
Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something
Stop the
positive
ball.
here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Dings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Dogs in the hurry up. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his target down the middle. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down, as they've got a first at the 32.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Just got tough.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to
They
pin him
can rush
deep.
the passer, man.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
On second down, he's looking downfield. He'll take a deep shot here. It is
I swear, I didn't even see
incomplete.
that.
Now there are 4 seconds remaining.
He
Reese,
landed
listen,
in
we
the
already know.
touch.
He already threw the interception the
I
last
don't know.
drive. We got to get this together. This
I
is
saw the
a couple
safety.
bad plays that we
I
put
thought
together
I
now.
thought that
If I'm
corner
an
said
OC,
whatever he
I'm
was
going to make
sitting
this
down
simple.
there.
Maybe I run the football. Maybe I get him a screen. Something easy maybe to get him a little bit back in a rhythm.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, picked off.
They are not moving
Bringing
at
it
all.
back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
I don't need people to take off.
Ready to get things going here in
They're
the second
open,
half
they're
as
open.
Georgia about to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The lone back's got it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Trying to get to it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Escaping. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of
not
your opponent,
letting
you
the
just
ball
keep the
go.
pressure
It's
down,
crazy.
right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build.
And now
Thank
on the
you.
pitch, the ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the
About
defense
time,
got it.
as you
And he's
said.
brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that
Should've
hit
been
is what
spotted
caused
there.
that fumble.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last
Bro,
drive.
what are you
Instead
doing?
of having
Yeah, he's gonna take a seat. This ain't his game.
consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
The deep ball's been killing me anyway, so it don't matter.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Quarterback will audible. To throw, it's Stoneburner. He lobs one high down the left side. And he reels it in inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Tennessee. And here they come almost all the way back. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
On to attempt to try.
Man, I don't know what your defense does. I really don't.
And with the extra point,
That's how you got
every
that
little
defense
bit
seven
counts
set
as they
up.
get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going
You got the
down.
distance set to off. He
Middle
ain't gonna move.
Tennessee is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Murfreesboro. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to New Mexico State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
They'll leave it with him. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Quick touch pass to the receiver.
Oh, they blocking
All
their
kinds
ass.
of running room.
That's
He's at
crazy.
the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he got loose, it was all over. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Dropping back, it's Stoneburner. Got the quick pass. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw for it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
You're coming out in 5-2 or whatever the hell they do, trying to
A couple
overload
of
my
yards
line.
shy of the first
You want me
down
to run the
marker, but
ball
they've decided this
full
is
pass
four
right
down
at you.
territory. The offense still on the field. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And the Volunteers racing to the line in a hurry-up. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And back to the air on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Volunteers! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. Fourth down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Hits him with a stiff arm. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Georgia going up tempo. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Fast motion from the offense. Power football with the run. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Ball in the air, intercepted. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown ball. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do now. Jesse, this offense has to pull a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here comes the option. The pitch. Squirts across the 30 to the 32. A pickup of 5. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On the option. He'll toss it. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Bill?
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory, and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. They'll give it to the back. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Pressure coming. Caught near the sticks. It's Dalton. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Stoneburner. Floating away. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there. They're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
Between the uprights, it's good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Appalachian State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Kid Brewer Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Marshall. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Well, you run the option like 50 times. Yeah, they were.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag...
And the quarterback is snowed under. Georgia going up tempo.
How about this defense? This defense is getting after the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable. The 3rd sack of the day.
Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet.
Well,
so fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Defense backed up in this crowd trying to will them to get a big stop late. They'll throw it from the red zone.
Thank you.
The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. And
Go
he's
to the open guy, man.
after a solid return on the pick.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Running with power. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this fourth quarter.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets him. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite.
I knew he was
got in a bad situation.
That's why I tried to let the ball go.
Stop the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come to play with these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry,
that quarterback
highlights
making
them
the
showing
decisions
for
for
years.
beautiful and
Everybody's
fit.
like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Got his man. He's
With an
all the way
open
down to
man.
the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football.
Offense in a bunch formation. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time.
Catch the ball.
And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
one of the things you have to be impressed about this defense is that they've got guys in the back end who can cover man-to-man or zone. That last one gets swatted away. They're in a situation where they're expecting pass. You know this is going to be a tight window to throw into for the quarterback here.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Wants to pass. Snags it.
Oh, my God.
Bulldogs. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive on this offense.
I was on the linebacker the whole time. You ran some weird ass
I need you to go put this thing on ice.
Bro.
They'll try to pin them
That's
back
a
with this
linebacker.
kickoff and then have the defense put the finishing touches on a win. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. The ball's headed quickly to the line. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds
you're
left in the
overloading
game.
my team with these blitzes. Like, I'm not going to sit there and just let you tee off on my guy. Exactly. So if you want to play zero blitz again,
No time
come
to
on
waste
with
here.
it.
They've
We're
got to
doing the
get
same
set
thing.
and pick up chunk yardage. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air. It's Stoneburner. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
On third down, going up top. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Down 4 late, they have to convert on fourth down to keep hope alive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he intercepts it. And that pick will seal the game as the clock strikes 0.